want to leave you with one thing tonight, and this is one of my favorite sayings that you'll hear, and that sums up everything that you need to know about my candidacy. Mind your pennies, and the dollars will take care of themselves. Thank you.
Okay, I believe Tammy Cooper is next up.
Good evening to all of you. First of all, I'd like to tell the Republican women how grateful I am for hosting this forum and for the invitation to come and be a part of it. I feel that this is a great way for all of the candidates to be able to express their reasoning for running for the particular office that they have chosen to run for. And I feel it's also a good way for you as the voters to be able to ask questions and get answers to things that are specifically concerning you about our city council, or in my case, the school board. I want to also give thanks to all the fellow candidates that are running for this school board for a trustee position on it. I think you all are to be commended for your stepping out and choosing to do something that may not be the norm or may not be comfortable for you to do, but you are showing a desire to be part of something that will benefit the kids of Sulphur Springs. And I think that I want to say thank you to each of you for doing the things that you're doing for this school board. To give you a little background about myself, I'm married to Wayne Cooper, and we have 5 children. Our oldest is a graduate of Sulphur Springs High School, and we have 2 that are in the high school currently. One is a junior, and one is a sophomore. We also have 2 that are at the middle school, a 6th grader and a 7th grader. I have worked in the Sulphur Springs School District. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree from Texas A&M Commerce. It was East Texas when I went there. And I have worked in this school district. I have been a speech therapist. I have been a pre-kindergarten and kindergarten teacher. And Miss Brice was one of my first principals when I began working here, and she and I go way back, and I'm appreciative to her for those first years in education, setting a good example for me as an educator and leading and guiding me in my path down the education road. I've also served as an educational diagnostician for Sulphur Springs schools, so I've been in the school system for a while. As a parent now, I've kind of changed roads. I'm still in education, but I've served on PTO as officer of PTOs for Bowie, for Douglas, and for Sulphur Springs Middle School. I'm currently a parent representative for Sulphur Springs High School for an advisory committee, and I've also been a part of the area council PTO. That's some of the service that I've done as far as the education goes. I've been on various boards and committees throughout the town with boys baseball and United Way and Soccer Association and things like that. But primarily, I've spent a lot of my time serving in the education field. I am the daughter of retired educators, Paul and Sarita Glover. So as you can see, education runs pretty deep in my roots. It seems that in one way or another, education has always been a part of my life and who I am. While growing up, education paid the bills for my family, put the food on our table and clothes on our back. Now that I've grown up and am somewhat of an adult, I guess, I have chosen education as a career. That's where my degree is. That's where my employment has been. Currently, though, as a parent, I'm still involved in the education with my children. Sometimes, after a few nights of multiple homework assignments between 6th, 7th, 10th, and 11th grades, I feel like I've almost gone back to school, and I assure you it is not easier the second time around. It is my roots in education, I think, that have brought me here to this place tonight. My husband and I live in Sulphur Springs because we choose to live here. We have chosen to raise our family here. I am proud of the community of Sulphur Springs. I am proud of the wonderful people that make up this community. And I'm proud of the people that my children associate with. I'm proud that they are honored to be in a community that values family. I'm grateful for the education that my children have received thus far. We have some very highly qualified teachers and administrators in this district. And those administrators and teachers, for the most part, put children first. They put their students first and foremost. They have truly been blessings to my children. My children have been very fortunate to have had some of these highly qualified teachers and administrators. However, I am concerned that maybe it's not enough. I feel that our district should always be thinking forward. We should always be moving forward. I've always heard it said that stagnation can be the worst thing for a successful school. I feel that to prepare all students for the future, we need to be aggressive and progressive. I feel that we need to strengthen the education of all students by actively recruiting highly qualified teachers and retaining the ones that we already have. I feel that in order to do this, we must make salaries comparable to those of other schools in our immediate area. I also feel that to strengthen the educational goals of all students, we must relate what they learn today with what they do in the future. Research has been done and has proven that children are less likely to drop out and are more likely to be successful if they see a comparison about what they're learning in class today with what they're going to do tomorrow as an adult. I think there are lots of ideas out there. I think there are programs like early college programs, there are career and technical programs, there are foundations that help support some of these things, and I think those are just the tip of the iceberg. I think there are so many more ideas out there, and there are so many more programs and opportunities that we need to look into, that we need to possibly get into our school system so that we can offer the best education that our children deserve. I do think that these programs need to be implemented early. I'm not just talking about programs for high school. I'm talking about all the way down to the elementary schools. We need to really take a look at what's important for today and what's important for the future, and we need to make sure that no child gets left behind or that no child is lost completely. There are some children that have a desire to go to college, and that's their future goal. There are also some children that want to go straight to the workforce, and I think that as educators and as a school board, we need to be looking at ways to help implement programs that will help both types of children. We need to be preparing those that want to go to college, but we also need to be helping those that don't want to go to college. We need to be helping them graduate with the ability to get out and support themselves and to raise a family. It is important to me that the students, as well as the parents, and the teachers especially, feel respected and appreciated and valued as educators and as students in this district. I have many ideas that I hope would be able to implement this feeling into these people, that the teachers will know that they are valued, that they are respected, and that the students will know that the administrators and the school board is working their very best to provide what they need. I feel that our current school board has done a wonderful job in implementing programs and making strides as far as alleviating some of the overcrowding in the schools with the new middle school. I think that's going to open up the current middle school to be able to bring some kids back into classrooms, and I appreciate the school board and what they've done thus far. I always have felt like you can never really just ride the fence. If you're not moving forward, you're falling back. I have no agenda in running for school board other than to help this district move forward. I don't want to see it sit on the fence, because it's not possible. I am an educator, and I'm the daughter of educators. But most importantly, I'm a mom. And I think that as a mom, seeing what my kids are going through today, I can bring a mom's voice into the school board to help all children be successful. I hope that if given the opportunity, I will be able to implement all the things that you as the voters would like to see implemented so that we can say we have the best in Sulphur Springs. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Brice, I believe you're the last but not least, but
Give me a break.
I don't know, Mr. Bradford, where we can accommodate you.
I'll tell
I'm going to turn you over to Bradford. He's in charge.
She doesn't know I'm deathly afraid of school teachers.
How many microphones are you supposed to be? Use them until they die? And then...
No, we've got these for people that have questions.
Anytime.
Well, I want you to know that my name, Mr. Bradford, is Jacquelyn Brice. And some people call me Jackie, so a lot of people in town just call me Jackie, and that's fine. And I do appreciate the opportunity to be here this evening and to share with you some of my ideas, where I've been and where I want to go. So I appreciate the opportunity. I've been around a long time, and you can tell by the wrinkles on my face and the color of hair I have. I've been around a long time. But thank goodness my health is good, I feel good, and I just keep going. So I'm very interested in the school profession. I've been in the school profession for a long time. I graduated from high school, Sulphur Springs, moved here when I was a sophomore in high school. Not going to tell you when, but the administration building was where I graduated from high school. I attended, it's a school that's now Texas A&M Commerce. I don't want to go back as far as when I attended it, because that name is really different at the time when I attended that university over there. But anyway, I got my bachelor's over at Commerce, and then went ahead and got my master's of education in commerce. Most of my experience has been in the Sulphur Springs schools. I've been away from Sulphur Springs a few times and always moved back to Sulphur Springs. I ended up with 36 years in education. I started out, when I first started teaching, I started out as a first grade teacher at Austin Elementary, and that's been a number of years ago. And I ended up as principal of Bowie School when I retired in 1997. When I retired from the school profession, I decided I would like to do something else maybe, which I did.